Well, it's time for Cage Warriors prediction to shine. And let's lock it out, fellas. Cage Warriors is actually my favorite competition, but I think I'm gonna skip it this weekend as I need to endure with the UFC and you know, UFC is my priority. But again, Cage Warriors looks a bit promising, and we should have some really fights on upcoming card. I will try to cover everything. Starting right off the bat, Josh Reed versus Liam Malloy. This is to be or not to be for Josh Reed. So if Josh Reed loses now, that's the end of his career. So a must situation for Reed to win. Please, Josh, win this fight, or you know what's gonna happen if you lose. Just please win this fight. Antonio Sheldon versus Orlando Wilson Prince. It's no secret that judges don't like Orlando Wilson Prince. We've seen that in the case of his fight against Samuel Bark. But this time I think Prince is going to win. Prince to win. Prince decision. He was very close, fairly close against Samuel Bark. Rory Evans versus Liam Gittins, so I've got Gittins to win. Next fight is going to be between Chris Price and Michael Foltz. Michael Foltz was having some great fights throughout his career, but I'm gonna steal in Chris Price. I think Price is a nice prospect, so Chris Price to win. I really think the guy is a nice prospect, and I think he's got the nice chances to win this fight. Then Chris Bangard versus Gavin Hughes. Chris Bangard is extremely experienced. The other side, Gavin Hughes was having ups and downs, and he lost two back-to-back fights to Daniele Scatizzi and Yves Landau. Now he's returning from Bellator, a step downward, and Bangard to me lost to George Hardwick, but he took part in great fights, defeated Eric da Silva. I think Bangard versus Hughes over 2.5. Side call Bangard to win. Yeah, side call is going to be Bangard to win. Sorry, guys. I'm just feeling very tired because of everything. Dagdin versus Levan Davis. I have really lack of info on this fight. I really have lack of info. This is lucky pick Dean to win. I was unable to find tape study on these two guys, so better fade this fight. This is my friendly piece of advice. Fade this fight. I can't help you with this fight. Mothers Flaminas versus Alexei Mantikivi. Alexei Mantikivi is unpredictable, and Mothers Flaminas is a heck of a puncher. Latvian Express. He is a truck driver, 6'2", fighting out of Grimsby, England. Lost to Carlo Pedrozzoli via rear naked choke, but he destroyed Jasur Holin. Mantikivi is not the greatest submission specialist in the world. We all know that. Lost to Rhys McKee and Mason Jones. He destroyed Anderson Castro, but Flaminas versus Mantikivi, no distance. Side call Flaminas. Side call is going to be Flaminas to win. The next one is the fight between Luke Riley and Callum Parker. I think Luke Riley is a better fighter. Simply think Luke Riley is a better fighter, so Riley to win. I think he's better in every single segment of the game. The next one is Adam Cullen versus Dumitru Girlan. Dumitru Girlan fought well at the local circuit, but I just think Adam Cullen was fighting bigger, better names, and that's why I'm gonna give him edge, despite he lacks in experience. I think Cullen has good chances to win this fight, so Adam Cullen to win. James Power versus Lucas Copera now. This one is a tricky. Yes, James Power is riding a score of 4-0-0. 5'9", yes, he's a great submission wrestler. He defeated Adam Shilly via knees and punches, and Lucas Copera has 7 losses, that is true, but this fighter out of Lodz, Poland gave a hard time to Adlan Bataev, gave a hard time to Herderson Batista, lost to George Hardwick, but also gave him a hard time, and then heel hooked Aaron Johnson. Can James Power go through these heel hooks? This guy has great submissions, so I'm unsure how Power is gonna deal with this. Power is a heck of a striker, so Power versus Copera, no distance. I've got Power, KO, TKO, or Copera submission. I'm unsure about this one, really much unsure about this one. This fight is very tricky to call. Andy Clamp versus Ghassan Abdenabi. Ghassan Abdenabi is very much overrated. People are gonna say the guy has 400, he's very skillful, etc. So what? He comes from kickboxing. What's gonna happen if the fight gets dragged to the ground? And he fought in some, Hype FC and Fusion Live. Fine, man, but you're not a ground guy. You're lacking ground game. Andy Clamp is more well-rounded. I have to go with the more well-rounded guy, Clamp, to win. The next one is going to be between Nathan Fletcher and Dan Lewis. Dan Lewis is a very good opponent, but Nathan Fletcher is a beast too. 7-1-0 for Nathan Fletcher, 5'8", fighting out of Next Generation, MMA Liverpool. He defeated Alessandro Giordano, lost to Dominic Wooding, defeated Brian Bullen, Michele Martignoni, Leigh Mitchell. Very, very great when it comes to submission game, brutal submission game. And Dan Lewis, from what I've seen, he has decent ground game too. He's a Gracie Barra fighter, lost to Shamil Banukaev only, and he submitted the majority of his opponents, including Gerardo Fani, Emer Chankardezier, and also Bogdan Barbu. That would be nice. That was a nice victory. So I think Lewis might actually give him a hard time. Fletcher is a better striker though, but this is going to be a grapple fest, and So Lewis versus fight starts round 3, but I must go with Fletcher to win because he's more well-rounded. Now we are going into the main event of the evening, and I can't say this is my favorite fight because this is going to be a technical warfare. And George Hardwick, 11-1-0, 5'9", out of Middlesbrough, England. A heck of a fighter. He was better than Chris Bangard, Kyle Driscoll, Lukasz Kopera. He's a finisher, but he's a late finisher. He's not attacking very hard in the early stages of the fight. Was better than Dean Truman, Jacob Docknall, and Jan Liasse, fighting out of Luxembourg. So yeah, Luxembourg has a fighter, Jan Liasse. Yes, Luxembourg has a fighter, 5'11", 76 inches of reach. Very, very dangerous guy. At KSW, he was better than Adrian Gralak and Hubert Shimaida. At KSW, he also defeated Oskar Szczepaniak, lost to Magomed Magomedov at Brave CF. He was having a decent career, and now fighting for the belt against George Hardwick. I do have a feeling that George Hardwick might have a hard time winning this one, but still, I can't pick against Hardwick because I know how good he is. I'm gonna go with Hardwick to win. So, our fight starts round 4. I think this is a championship fight, so yes, 5-rounder. This is a belt fight. Alright, good luck, fellas. Man, I need to go to the goddamn hospital now, so bye-bye. In the evening I will stream. I hate hospitals, honestly. It really sucks.